Today, we are going to be looking at how taste and aroma combine to give food their flavors. Actually, we're going to be in the Science of Taste module this week. And let's look at some of the indicators, the TEKs, that are in the Science of Taste unit from Texas Essential Knowledge. The Science of Taste. The student has a working knowledge of flavor profiles and how to create recipes and meals that will taste good together. So that's beneficial to us for the rest of the year. Once we understand flavor, then we're good to go for the rest of the year, right? It also is good for you for the rest of your life. It's a very wonderful thing to know how to do, to put flavors together. So we are going to identify the flavor profiles. We're going to look at flavor receptors and their location on the tongue, how flavors influence what we choose to eat, how food additives are used to create food addictions, and how other senses influence food choices. We're also going to just practice combining natural flavors. So what are the labs we're going to make? On Thursday, we will make an apple pie. Half of the class will make a real apple pie out of real apples, and the other half of the class will make an imitation apple pie out of Ritz crackers. This is the whole artificial flavor portion of this unit, trying to see, can we copy, can we mimic flavor and texture and make something totally taste like something real out of something that is not anything like it. So can we make crackers taste like an apple pie?
Is this looking okay?
Yeah.
Where's he? Let us sit with me.
Hello. You guys cutting in butter?
Is this a vlog?
Yeah, we're already putting butter in.
You're cutting butter in to make a topping?
Yeah.
Okay, and there's your dog. Well, this one is looking glorious.
Oh yeah.
He's cutting butter into a pastry top. This here he had one's pies. Half of these are imitation pies, and half of these are real apple pies.
I like this one.
That one, you think, does this one look too overcooked?
Yeah.
And that one looks perfect?
Yeah, that looks good.
I can't tell which one's real and which one is imitation. Don't touch their pie.
Real. Someone touched my artwork in ceramics, it fell, bro.
See?
Yeah.
Today we are going to participate in a sensory evaluation food lab. This is day 1 of that lab. So half of you got real apple pie, half of you have imitation apple pie being made with Ritz crackers. We will get up to where your pie is in the oven and baked today. We have had some difficulties today. We will talk about what you need to do in order to avoid that. We've had 2 things happen. But first I want you to look at the real versus imitation apple pie notes that I have up for you on the board. The first thing that I want you to do is make sure you have a baking sheet under your pie so that if it bubbles up or it shifts or something happens to it where liquid comes over the side, it's not getting into the bottom of the oven. We don't want it burning and sticking to the bottom of the oven. So put a baking sheet under your pie. If you look at Kitchen 7, you can see their pie is sitting on a baking sheet. All right, and that can go in the center of the oven when it is time for you to put it in the oven to bake it. Don't forget to turn your oven on, by the way. We did have kitchens forget to do that as well. I'm ready to bake it and their oven wasn't on. Slice the apples as thin as you can so they cook all the way through. You do not want them in chunks. They should be in slices. If you don't follow directions, then it won't necessarily work the way it's supposed to, and you won't get your 100% on it. That's just part of it. You have to follow the directions. You have to read the recipe and do what it asks you to do. All right, another mistake we had today, which I did not write on the board, is that they did not peel the apples. The apples should be peeled before you cut them up, okay? Do you think anybody wants apple skin in their pie? No. Okay, but that is one of the things that occurred. All your trays are set up for you with either apples or crackers. Okay, and your lab plan is already on it, and then you'll need to come up and measure out the spices. Lucky for you, Kroger gave us too many apples. So I'm gonna be giving every kitchen 2 apples to eat with a little bit of caramel sauce. Okay, y'all can get started. Thank you very much. Kids are going to participate in the second day of our real versus imitation food lab. And I always love the reaction of the kids when they taste cracker pie. This is really one of those labs that I think's unforgettable. When you make a real apple pie and then you compare it against something made out of crackers and you really show the kids that imitation, it can taste as good or better than the real thing. And then they start to maybe open their eyes to be able to question what it is they're eating and what is in their food. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff we're here to do in food science class. But there is a reflection form for you to fill out so you can make a real authentic reflection, okay? And then make sure your evaluation part of the lab plan is turned in. Some of y'all did not fill that out yesterday, and that's fine. You can fill it out today and then put it back in the tray for me. Which pie is this?
Real.
Real pie.
Yes.
Which pie is this?
Imitation.
What do you got? The real pie. Yeah. Okay.
The red one is a lot better than I thought it would be. It doesn't taste like apple pie, but it tastes like pie.
All right.
And then the apple pie, it's
It fell apart.
Not the
Yeah, it's like a big mush pile, but it's actually.
But it's delicious.
Yeah,
So which one would you pick to eat?
probably the apple pie.
This one?
Yeah.
So do you think if you made this pie for your family at Thanksgiving, they would know?
No.
Do you think they'd eat it?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. What do we think?
I like it.
Which one do you like better?
The fake one.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What do you think?
They're both good.
You'd eat both of them. Even though you know that's made out of crackers.
Yeah.
You ate your imitation pie.
Yes.
You like that one better.
No, I actually like this one better. I just got two of these.
place.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because none of them wanted
he's
that.
reloaded.
Yeah,
Okay.
he got
Right.
mine.
So he liked the real
I
one
like
that
both.
much.
I like both.
Okay. Which one was more?
I like this one better
You like
flavor
the
wise.
imitation
Because
better.
I just, it's just too appley. I don't know. I think there's too many apples.
I don't like
in
the
real
texture.
one.
Plus, they did put the skin in it.
Yeah, I didn't like
Was
this.
not.
Oh, that wasn't.
It was not supposed to.
Oh, that's why I didn't like it.
They
That's
made a
why.
big mistake on it.
I like the.
I like the real apple pie
like the
better.
real one
Yeah.
better? Do you feel like the fake one's edible though?
Yeah.
The imitation.
Yeah, it's very crazy, isn't it? Seems like half of them really like the imitation and half of them really like the real. It's kind of wild. It's a really fun experiment if you have a chance to do it on your own. Ritz crackers, turn it into a pie.